Go Tiger!
Was that an eagle net one? Eagle net one.
Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Oh my God!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Golf Collective podcast. I'm your host, Josh. My co-host here, Matthew Paris. This is episode 6, I believe, of the podcast. We're grinding them out here. I just scheduled the first 4 on YouTube and Spotify, so those will be dropping in 2 days. Today is December 17th. We've got the Showdown on. If you're a fan of the match series, the Showdown, we've got that rolling right now. We're looking at hole 14, I think, and I think Rory just drained a putt.
Yeah, they're on the green at hole 14, and Rory is rolling the rock, to say the least.
We'll get into
this guy's on fire, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But it's been a little bit since we talked. Unfortunately, neither one of us have played any golf, so there's gonna be no breakdowns, no recaps on that front. But obviously, we got the Showdown to talk about, some Christmas plans, and you've been on some exciting work ventures, so we'll hear a little bit about that. But just kind of a catching up podcast here.
Yeah, a little filler, more about the lives and what we got going on. It's been cold. I think last week it was down. I was waking up to like 13 degrees, like real feel of 5.
Man, it was 70 here today.
Oh God, it was 60 here today. It was very nice, but I was on my way back from a job site visit and I went straight to work. I worked till like 6 today, so today was a long one. I was up at 6,
putting in the hours.
Worked till 6, 3-hour car ride. So it's been busy. But yeah, Christmas is around the corner.
It is.
I'm flying out Thursday, so I'm scrambling over here to pack and
you gotta get packed,
get some edits done, and get some.
What do we got? I mean, we got what?
A week?
Yeah, not even 10 days, 8 days. Is that right?
Till what?
Till Christmas.
Oh no, dude! Christmas isn't. Yeah, 8 days, a week.
I feel like a month ago was January 1st, 2024.
Dude, this year has flown by, and I've seen a ton of people say it too. I mean, I graduated from grad school in May, and that felt like yesterday.
I feel like we say that every year, though. We get to December and we're like, wow, this was crazy. God. It was so fast. Yeah, it's how it is every year.
Yeah, when you don't care what day it is and you're having a good time, it doesn't matter. If you forget what day it is because you're having a good time, it's
yeah, exactly.
Who cares? But yeah,
so 8 days away. Tell us about your Christmas plans. What you got going on?
So we're me and my girlfriend are flying up to Minnesota, and not just Minnesota, like North Minnesota, where she's from.
Okay.
So
Canada, basically.
I think we're 2 hours from the line, like 3 hours from Winnipeg. So
that's sick.
I think our mom texted us the other day, and she's like, "It's already negative 13," and I'm like,
"Oh my God!"
I've never lived farther north than Nashville, so I'm not a fan of the cold. We both grew up in the North Georgia heat, so this is
that sounds brutal.
This might be like my 4th white Christmas ever.
I mean, first off, we've already talked about playing golf in the cold. Just being in the cold, especially if the temperature starts with a negative amount.
Yeah,
you can get rid of that.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be complaining a lot, and I apologize to her family in advance. This is not nowhere near my norm.
It's just not how I normally am.
No, it's. I mean, last week when it was 13, I was like, God, this sucks. I don't want to go outside. The walk from the parking garage to my office is enough.
Now you're gonna have a 26 more degrees colder than that.
Yeah, and that's like the temperature. That's not what it actually feels like.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm out. Sorry, not going to Minnesota. Jay, I hope you have a fantastic time.
Yeah,
I'll
so
be home.
we're I fly to Orlando tomorrow night. I land at like 11:30, and then me and her brother, both her brothers and her brother's fiance, will fly up Thursday. And I think the plan is to go ice fishing on Friday. So I'll let you know how that is. We're sticking an ice castle. I don't know. Do you know what an ice castle is?
I don't want to know.
So imagine a camper, just like a camper trailer,
Uh-huh.
and the walls go all the way to the ground, and you get your wheel
Okay,
wells.
yeah. I know what you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
and then there's portholes in the floor on the inside, and you sitting there with some beer and a fishing rod, strapped to the wall with a line down underwater, and wait for a bite.
I mean, the beer sounds great. Other
That's
than that,
that's the only reason I'm going.
yeah. I need to bring a fireball.
Dude, I just to stay warm, I'm gonna need a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
I need a liquor blanket plus a beer blanket plus a blanket.
Plus a heated blanket.
Anything.
Yeah.
But we went over the summer and went fishing up there, and it was nice. It was like 65 degrees. We went fishing 3 days in a row for like 6 hours each day. Didn't catch a single thing.
Ooh,
So
brutal.
her dad's determined to get me a
Apparently,
steak.
they only bite when the water's frozen.
Apparently. So let's hope they nibble, because I'm not sitting out there and not catching something. I might as well not even go.
No, it's just don't even. I wouldn't even go, honestly.
Yeah. So that's my plan for the week. I think we fly back to Florida day after Christmas, and TBD
Okay.
after that. Hopefully, maybe making a trip up to you.
Yeah, get some golf in, get some on-course videos together, things
Yeah.
like that. That'd be pretty fun.
Maybe a
You can pick up
IRL
your you can pick up your
podcast.
hats.
There we go. Golf Collective hats, couple colors.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yep.
maybe we'll squeeze in
Tees.
a
You got some
podcast.
tees too. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, what you got going on? You got the kids' first Christmas?
Yep, first Christmas.
Not that she knows
Nothing.
what's going on.
Yeah, 3 months old. Not really that into it. But no, just hanging out around here, seeing the family. All my family's basically here, so we'll see all them. See Rebecca and Spencer. Hopefully play a little golf at least once. Hopefully more, maybe twice. In between, I got about 8 days off of work, so get some golf in and just kind of hang out and chill. I'm sure there'll be some stuff I get done around the house and things like that. Definitely update. I don't have them up here with me. I got my wedges. I ordered some
Oh yeah.
blank, basically just raw wedge heads.
Yeah, it's
And
just
they
like a
come,
forged piece of steel.
yeah, they got the face made already, but they come with a little extra weight on there so you can grind some off. So I'm gonna take a couple videos and do some of that kind of stuff.
Make a
Just tinkering.
little DIY tinker wedge video. That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
Are they gonna be any good? Who knows? But it's worth a shot.
You got shafts for them yet?
No, not yet.
You got any of those extra ferrules you put on those?
Yeah, I got some that I
Yes.
have on my irons. Some of the black and blue ones I have on my irons, and then I've got a couple extra. I did the roulettes on the Miuras, so I've got a couple extra of those, and then I don't know. Part of me wanted to go plain black and just keep it all really simple, but we'll see. I don't know.
It's a DIY. You gonna stamp in them?
Yeah.
Do a little painting.
The only thing I've decided, the only thing I'm stamping on them is I'm not gonna paint fill. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stamp the lofts on there. That's it.
Ooh, okay. Going simple.
They're gonna be completely blank. I am gonna try to pull a JT and get them to like a half degree so I can stamp 0.5 in there, just to look like a real asshole.
Just so you can, just to mess with the stamps a couple extra times.
Yeah, just to be like, yeah, this guy's so good. He had to dial his wedges into half degrees.
If you come in with like a 54.25, we're gonna.
No, that's
gonna
a
question.
that's a little too much.
Good luck bending that too.
That's what the local PGA Superstore is for.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment.
No, but you get your buddies at PGA. They'll hook you up.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, cool, man. Well, I think before we hop into, we're going to cover a good bit of the showdown today, and we've been watching. I've been doing stuff around the apartment, getting ready to leave for a week, up to 3 weeks probably. But got the showdown on. We're gonna comment on a couple things we've heard and seen, and talk about that for a little bit. But I think before we do that, I'd like to talk about my my job site I just went on. Little work trip. So yesterday and today, me and two of our senior design associates, we drove up a couple hours away from where we are and just south of Asheville to a site. It's about 5,000 acres. I'm not going to say too much about the location because I can't speak on that. I'm still figuring out what I can and cannot speak on. So
excuse me.
But we drove up to this site. It's 5,000 acres, and they're just adding to it wherever they need land, which is it's pretty insane. So we hop in the car. I think we met at the office at 8. So get in the car. Me and Blake drive up north of Asheville, grab our other guy, Brian, and hit the road. Beautiful drive, but we're having to cut through roads and get rerouted because of all the hurricane stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
Seeing, dude, some of that damage along the rivers through the mountains it was mind blowing. We drove past that plastic plant. I don't know if you heard about this. The plastic plant. They had made the people stay. We drove past that, and it was wild. There was just yellow piping for a mile, just down either side of the interstate.
That's ridiculous.
So we're driving through all the damage through the mountains. Took us about 3 hours when it should have normally been a 2-hour drive. So we get to the site. We pull off the main highway. We're on a 2-lane for a little bit. Turn off the 2-lane, and we split this house and this barn. And there's goats and sheep on goats and sheep on the right side, the barn's on the left. We're driving down. It's a 1-lane paved road, and we have no idea how far up we're supposed to go. So we're driving through. This 3-legged goat jumps out in front of the car.
Oh,
Slam on the brakes, let the goat move so we can keep driving. Drive about I want to say 2 miles up this road. We completely missed where we were supposed to pull off. So we buckle back. We turn back and we see some of the contractors guys walking down the hill. And they had, they have a van that they went parked at the food line, and all the Mexican guys hopped in the van and drove to site because there's literally nowhere to park. So we pull off, and we've got the contractor, the guy who runs the contracting business. He's supposed to meet us with his son, who's kind of managing all the guys. And then we're supposed to meet the liaison for the owner and us. So that guy, the liaison, had kind of done a couple courses with Fazio before. So we're sitting there waiting on them, and the entrance to the site is it's literally a dirt road that's just straight up. It's got a gate, and we're like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Because we've only seen this site on paper. We've seen the topo lines and the aerials, and it's pretty steep. I mean, you're up in I think the land butts up to a national reserve. So, and in Appalachian Mountains there, it gets pretty steep up in there. So we're sitting at the base, for 15, 20 minutes waiting on our guys to show up so we can start our day. So we're sitting there waiting, and around the corner comes, a Tacoma, pulls up, parks. It's the contractor's son, gets out, says hi. And then about 3 seconds later, just another Tundra with this massive trailer comes whipping around the corner. And on the trailer are these 2 brand new souped up Can-Ams, 4-door Can-Ams with they got the little dump beds, truck beds. And we're like, holy shit, what are we doing today? So the guy gets out, Blake and Brian already know him, so I get to meet him. And he literally the day before had bought both these Can-Ams from a dealership down the street. And he's like, We got 3 of them up there, but we needed 2 more because it is muddy and it is steep. So offloads them, they get out, they're like, here's your iPad, put the map on it. We use a couple of these apps that live track, they're GPS maps, but you throw in any maps that you make and it'll live track you on, your digitized map. So I've got one of those, and us 3 hop into Can-Am, and we're off. We're up the road. So we had done a couple, routing ideas where some holes were, and kind of connected into this loop that we kind of designated as the golf loop. So they had flagged that and cleared a couple trails. There were some logging roads already, and then they've kind of cleared out and joined those roads together.
Okay.
So for the next 6-7 hours, we're in this Can-Am, and we're up in a mountain, driving around, looking at flags, and then looking at where we've got some golf holes planned out. We're looking for watersheds, creek beds. Where are the wetlands? Where can we not come in and fill? Where can we not go in and cut? And just trying to lay out a golf course.
Sweet.
So it's a pretty cool day.
Sounds exciting.
It's my first time on an undeveloped site. So,
I was going to say, is that the first time on kind of like raw land?
Yeah.
No golf course.
This is as raw as it gets. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, we were barely squeezing the Can-Am through some of these spots and barely climbing some of these muddy hills.
That's sweet.
So it's pretty cool. It was I took some videos, so hopefully we'll get a little day in the life TikTok or reel posted, so you guys can kind of see what we were dealing with and see what a raw piece of land looks like before a golf course goes in.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
It's gonna be a tough site. There's a lot to deal with. It was not really one side of it like a mountain. It was a lot of ridges and valleys, and so it's gonna be interesting to see if we can get a routing to fit in there. So that's been my day.
If anybody can, I'm sure it's you, Josh.
Well, I mean, I hope I can. I did 1 or 2 kind of concept routings before we left. That no way those work. When you get on site and you look at some of those
You're
contours,
like,
and it's like sometimes on paper you're like, God, that looks really steep, and you get there and it it didn't look that bad. Then there's other spots where I'm like, okay, that looks like it could be a tee box. You play down 20, 30 feet to your landing zone. You go down another 10 to the green. And we sit there and we're like, the green site could be, and you're like, I'm like looking 100 feet up in the air. I'm like, that's not going to work.
Whoa.
This isn't Purcell Farms, like for all 18 holes. Like, oh man. But it was sweet. Just riding the back of a brand new Can-Am, enjoying my life and playing on a golf course.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So
obviously that would be a Fazio course. Speaking of the other Fazio course that we're currently watching on TV, is Shadow Creek. That place looks unreal.
It's 100% man-made golf course.
Jeez, that's crazy.
First of its kind.
I was at one point, I think hole 4. We talked about it a little earlier, but I was sitting there and watching it on TV, and they said that, oh yeah, Rory's short of the green, and I would have bet my life that this dude's ball landed on the green and he had a putt, and that's how good the fairway and the fringe and the kind of the run up area to the greens looked. I was like, that's the green. You can't convince me that is the green.
That's what I put it on last weekend. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I believe it's overseeded rye and bent greens. So it's I mean you can see right here if you're looking. It's just the run up. It you can't see the transition unless there's shadows on it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy, and they've got water features and all these rocks, and it looks really fun. It looks like it should be in Colorado.
It's not far, but
I know, but I'm just saying
it's a sweet.
It's in the middle of the desert, not. It looks like it should be in the middle of the woods.
I would take that as a compliment. Like that's.
Yeah,
Tom would be like, that's what we're going for, man. Like you get out there and you're immediately blind to the fact that you're in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, is the only way to play that through the casino?
I
Do they
actually
have members?
they've got, I believe there's a membership, and I believe you can
Okay.
resort guest, and then I don't know if you can like walk on and play. I
I
have no
doubt
idea.
it.
Actually asked Blake today because we were talking about the Showdown, and I was like, "Where is it at?" I think it's like, I was pretty sure it was at Shadow Creek again, and he was like, "Yeah, it's back there again. They love that course for the match." I was like, "You ever played out there?" He's like, "No, it's just never played." So he didn't know like how you get on, or I mean, obviously we could probably get
Yeah.
on, but it's definitely steep in price to get out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, loved looking at that, watching it on TV, seeing some crazy shots. We'll talk about some of that stuff, but we were just kind of both taking notes just as we were watching this, just for some things to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Bryson and Reebok. What is that about?
Yeah, so this they started releasing teaser pictures for this match, and I think last week they posted that the photo shoot the four of them did,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a little glimpse of the Reebok Crushers shirt that Bryson's got on, and at that point I think it was unannounced, and then they fully announced a couple days later, and I was like, Reebok, like does Reebok have a single piece
Yeah,
of golf clothing line? Like,
it seems weird. Do they have shoes? Like, is this a shoe deal? Is it only a shirt deal? Are they going to make pants, shorts? Like, what's the deal?
oh no, he's top to bottom. Do you see that puffer he had on?
Yeah,
Reebok.
this guy.
He's got Reebok shoes.
Just when I start to come around on the guy too, he decides to go sign with a Reebok.
I mean, I would say it could be worse, but that's pretty low. But I
I
imagine
mean,
they offered him a bag.
what brand is worse than Reebok?
I don't. Asics is running, so that's not really a sports brand. But do you think
I mean,
the Crushers are full Reebok now, or do you think it's
yeah,
just him?
could be. It could. I mean, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Crutchers or Bryson.
Bryson honestly was smart by signing in Nike when he went to Live, so he didn't have to wear all those shitty logos.
Mm-hmm.
So smart on him. But yeah, Reebok, interesting choice. I'm sure they came to him with a nice check and was like, "You make this work, and you know, you fill it in for us."
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Yeah.
Bryson's
Yeah.
huge right now.
Whatever you want the number to be, just
Yeah, it's yours.
make it happen.
We don't use our advertising
Um,
budget, so you can have it.
yeah, so Bryson on Reebok, and then I saw somebody or heard somebody yell, "I love your Reeboks,"
I've got that written in there too. Is
and I see that. Yeah, it says, "Can we stop yelling after people hit shots?" I
I
guess you have a bone to pick with that.
I do. I wanted to make a brief statement slash have a little conversation about screaming after people hit shots. I think it was funny in like 2012, and I'm kind of over it now.
Mashed potatoes,
Mashed potatoes is goated.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, the classics, that ran through Vine and got the social media presence. I think those were
Yeah.
funny, and then everybody wanted to be a wise guy and be the loudest one out there. And I think it's time to leave that behind us. I think that's something we can leave in 2024, and let's look to 2025 at how can we improve the game.
Um, I guess it doesn't really bother me. I don't feel either way about it. Um, if it wasn't a thing, I don't think I would care. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you want to make that petition, I'll sign it. I'll be on your side.
I appreciate that because
Yeah.
there's some stuff that gets yelled that I'm like, first off, why'd you think of that, and second off, why did you scream it?
Hey,
So there's
everybody's imagination is different, Josh.
in the world of social media, everybody has a bigger voice, and a lot of those people shouldn't. And if you want to chalk us up on that and put us on that list, that's fine. But I think
Yeah,
people should stop
I don't
yelling at the
care.
cameras.
Yeah. On one of our most recent TikToks, Josh got some shade thrown at him.
I
So
did, yeah. Apparently, I'm not fun at parties. That's fine. I
I
don't.
I, I believe he said you're probably a thrill at parties.
Yes, that I don't party anymore, so I'm sure I would be a thrill at a party.
Uh, at my wedding, you were a thrill, that's for sure.
It was 2.5 years ago, but I was pretty hammered.
You were a thrill.
It was at my house, and
Um,
we had been prepping that house for 9 months. So
yeah, I mean,
it was
you
yeah.
deserved to let loose a little bit.
The Rebecca's beer to water ratio was like I took it into my own hands.
Yeah, she said, for every beer you drink, you need to drink a water. I don't know if anybody did that.
I had one water.
Yeah,
Just considered my
and
beer
and
forever full.
2 bottles of wine in your eyes. Shout out Yoder.
Thanks, Yeds. I was
Um,
texting him about XRP the other day, so
oh God, don't get me started.
I will say
Um,
back at your bachelor trip 2021, he was all in on the XRP, and
he's still all in.
oh no, I know he is. But
Yeah, guy's crazy.
we're not a crypto podcast, but
No, this is the crypto.com
Showdown
showdown though.
it is.
So
Oh, where did that
shout
ball
out.
just go? They're just panning in the
He,
trees.
he he looked like he liked it. Oh, that's not good.
No, I.
He, I'm just gonna say, what hole is this? Hole 16. Yeah, he club twirled on that.
Did he really?
Yeah, you didn't see
Did
it?
he double cross himself? And
I guess he club twirled.
I don't know.
Right at the
I just looked
very end.
over and they're panning at the base of trees, and it's
That's not good.
there's a camera on me
All
playing
right,
golf. That's what it looked like.
let's start with the PGA guys. Um, Rory is sick.
Dude, he's
Guy
balling.
in the best ball goes 4 under through 4 holes.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Uh,
Drains the eagle putt to
yeah. So
close it out.
first hole.
Let's talk about the format real fast.
Yeah. So best ball first 6 holes.
Yep, and then you go alt shot
Um,
on your second
the
six.
next 6. Yeah, and then you go singles on your last 6, and then the tiebreaker. What'd you say?
I believe it's alt shot again until someone
Okay.
outright wins a hole.
So it's Rory and Scotty Scheffler and Bryson and Brooks on a team. Rory and Scotty won the best ball 3-2.
Yeah, they absolutely won the first two. I think they pushed the third, and Rory drains the eagle on 4 to go 3-2.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, they won all shot 2-1. So, I think all shot's so fun to watch.
I think it's fun to watch, and I don't like playing it because you're
No, I've only played
taking
it
half
one
the swings
time.
on the golf course.
Yeah, that's the problem is you excuse me. You've kind of fall out of it when you're playing all shot.
Yeah,
It's tough to stay in the game.
I mean, you're potentially taking one swing on a hole, and then
Yeah,
your
and then
rhythm's
play
gone, and you got to walk up and get on the tee box. So
and hit hit the tee shot. So, but yeah, Rory on fire. They all laid up on the first hole with an iron.
I think
Rory stuffs it.
1 and 2. Everyone took iron.
No, they hit driver. Bryson and Rory hit driver on 2.
Okay.
But Rory stuffs it on 1. Then he takes driver on 2, hits it in the bunker, hits it out to 6 feet, drains the putt. Par on 3, and then goes driver. I forget. I think driver 3 wood
I think
or
3 or
5 wood
5.
maybe.
Yeah. I think he hit it like 250, so it's probably a 5 wood.
Yeah, and he hits it short of the green. I thought he was on the green. That's how good the course looks. And then makes this like 40-foot double breaker from off the green
So good.
and just Drano. And I was like, oh my God, if this Rory ever shows up in a major, he's going to run away with it.
Or T2, like I said earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this Rory is the guy who shows up on Sundays in majors
Yes.
after he blows it on Saturday.
Correct.
Not in this past U.S. Open though. He choked that one away.
Yeah. But Bryson on the same hole stuck a 5 wood to 6 feet.
No, dude 5 wood. I got that in my notes because I was so shocked by it. He hits a 363-yard drive. He hits a 215-yard 8-iron.
I thought it was
It was
250.
8-iron. No,
Oh
215,
my gosh.
8-iron to 4 feet. Now, again, Bryson's lofts are so jacked up that his 8-iron is probably like a 6-iron.
Well, it's
So,
got a 6-iron shaft too, so
yeah.
like the length, it's got
Um,
single length.
but he hits his approach shot. So he goes driver, 8-iron to 4 feet, misses the eagle putt after Rory drains the one from off the green.
I don't think that's
Uh,
ever
so
gonna make up for the Open, but
no,
I'm sure it
no,
felt good.
Bryson would rather have the U.S. Open than win in the Showdown for sure.
Yeah.
I don't blame him either. Um, yeah, Rory 4 under through 4. I mean, he's absolutely dialed. His eagle putt from off the green at 4 was electric. I
Yeah.
mean that like
It was sick.
if you're watching it, he's holding his hand up before it goes in. You're like, oh
Uh,
shit,
there's a couple replays coming in right now. I thought they were gonna show it. Dude,
dude, it was
Bryson in that
crazy.
jacket looks like every girl that takes her first trip to New York.
What's he got a parka on for? They're in Vegas. They're not in Minnesota where it's -13.
I know. I know. I forgot who the commentator was, but they asked Scotty, like, "You warm in that vest?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And then pan to Brooks, and he's looks like he's about to go on his trip to
Bryson's
Antarctica.
over there like,
Or Bryson, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
is that Brooks's drive? Brooks was the one that blasted it left. Yeah.
I just want to I think hole 2 at Shadow Creek was sick.
Yeah, great hole.
Short par 4, 340 to the front. So these guys are tempted to kind of get it out there. 2 of them went for it, like I said. Both ended up left of the green, but I think probably I don't know what the tee situation is, but good like risk reward hole. There's bunkering all in front and a pretty deep one on the left of the green. So that hole looked pretty sweet. It's also it seems like it's firm as hell. Like these guys are hitting wedges into the green and they're bouncing and rolling out, and I'm like, oh my lord.
They're still getting 15, 20 yards of rollout in the fairway too. Like
It's crazy.
It looks like carpet out there.
It's baked out. Yeah, no, and like I said, I said this that the fairways and the fringe, everything around the green is rolling better than any muni or any public course around here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal, especially in the winter when you get on the public courses in Georgia.
Yeah, they can't afford overseas. So you're playing on dormant dirt, basically.
I really don't even mind playing on dormant grass. It's just when it gets wet and then doesn't dry out, and there's so many rounds played on all the public courses here in Georgia, is just the condition just
when it comes season, and it's tough for maintenance to keep up with that.
I tell my buddies all the time, I'm like, the difference between private and public golf is, to me, the difference of condition in the winter.
Correct.
Because in the summer, when it's 95 degrees and the sun's out all the time and the grass is growing, everywhere is going to be in good shape.
I firmly believe
how it is.
I firmly believe that if smaller courses were able to survive by closing down in the winter, 100% do it. Take your coldest months out. Take time to maybe overseed and let the ground and groundwater do its thing, and come back to a fully healthy fairway come prime season, and the golf would be so much better. But there's just a lot out there that people don't know what to do, and I think that's just a superintendent issue.
Well, too, like you said, like they can't survive. They got to stay open to have money to do things to the course. Like
That's why muni rounds are $75.
Yeah, exactly. So, trying to think. You have a bone to pick with Charles Barkley.
I don't necessarily know if it's a bone to pick. I think it's just an observation I've made that I think he's too deep into this golf commentator role, and his filter is nowhere to be found. He was
out there talking about what was it he wanted with vodka? Oh, Rory's drink he's doing on the course or whatever. Yeah, his creatine. He's like, I wonder if that'd be good with vodka or tequila. And it's like, Chuck, man, there's probably kids watching this thing.
Somebody hit him with an Ozempic joke, and I that made me happy
that was funny
for the night.
That was funny.
But yeah, I think He's just wild, man. He said something about that cameraman up in the lift that
Oh
they had the
yeah.
drone on. He's like, dude, you'd never get a brother up there. And I'm like, I don't know if you can say it on television. I don't know if I can say that right
They
now.
said it. They said that guy's name was like Jay or something, and they
J-
said, but he's
Jan
affectionately known. He's affectionately known as Cupcake.
Cupcake.
And
Yeah,
Charles goes, I mean, I don't know if that's very affectionate calling a grown man Cupcake.
yeah.
He's
I think David Faraday has also lost a little bit of his touch. He was doing couple live comms, and I just don't know if Liv has given him enough of the viewership to
probably
really
not.
hold on to that commentating we used to love.
I did see it. Got an ESPN notification across my phone today. Liv's working on a TV deal with Fox.
Whoa, that's
That's
huge.
pretty big.
Yeah, that might be a make or break there. But that could also be. You think Piff's involved in a little bit of that?
It has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way the
Yeah.
Saudis are getting a hold of Fox. Let's put it
No.
that way.
Yeah. No. Another thing we got on here. Scotty Scheffler with a wedge in his hand.
Dude,
I mean,
I'd bet my
it's
life on anything for him to hit within 3
it's
feet.
within yeah, it's within 5 feet every time he has a wedge in his hand, and it's like what? I don't understand. This guy's hitting his 5-iron closer than Rory can hit his pitching wedge.
Yeah, his iron play is. We weren't really, we weren't not like pulling in information as young adults or young kids during the Tiger era. I remember spurts of random tournaments or random shots, but
Yeah,
we were really there to capsulate an entire season that Tiger had in his '06 or his '01. But Scheffler is you put an iron in his hand and is knocking it into the
crazy.
hole basically. So if that's the kind of play that Tiger had, if it was better than that than what Scotty's doing right now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw or I actually saw Rick Shields talking about this, and he said he thought Rory wasn't going to be in it. He just said, "I don't think Rory's in the right headspace." Clearly, he's wrong. Rory's balling out. But he said he kept talking about how Scotty's a short knocker, but he's like, out of that group, Scotty's a short knocker, but it doesn't matter because he hits his 5-iron closer than any guys hit their wedges.
Yeah.
So with some of the
It,
shots I've seen Bryson hit today, he probably should go back to his house and practice over his house a couple more times.
dude, he just hit a
His
shot that
wedges.
looked like he could have punched one through the living room and got it on the green. He was so far in the trees.
His wedges haven't looked very good today, that's for sure. And we're just gonna go ahead and put this on everybody's radar. Bryson can't putt.
Oh,
He's got the yips or something.
it's
I
bad.
feel like that guy was rolling in putts like crazy last season, and I saw him miss. I know badly he missed 2 putts inside 4 feet.
Yeah, he missed. I think he missed.
Blew
That.
one by in alt shot, and then he missed his putt on 4 for eagle.
Yeah. They bogeyed. I guess they 3-putted the. What hole was that?
Yeah,
Wherever
the
Bryson
alt
hit to the
shot
back.
hole.
Back of the green.
And then I saw him lip one out too. So I'm putting everybody on notice. That's something to keep watch of.
an eye on.
Bryson
Maybe keep an
may
eye on it
have
on
the
Fox.
yips. Yeah, on Fox with Liv. Bryson may have the putting yips.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I think he's been too focused on the wedges over the house and maybe didn't do enough
like
prep
I
for
said,
this.
Like I said, the wedges over the house was great. Everybody liked it. I enjoyed watching it. I think it kind of captivated the
absolutely.
golf community. But apparently you should have been trying to putt through your house. I don't know.
I went back and looked today because he popped up on my feed. Every single one of those videos has like 3 million plus views.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane.
We're happy when one of our TikToks gets to 1,000.
Someone pumped it to 1,000 today. Thank God.
Yeah, I was. We were 8 away. I had to fudge the numbers a
Let
little
it
bit.
loop while you change the kid, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
On the flip side of the Live team, Brooks does not look very good.
No, he doesn't. I guess these Live guys need to start playing more than 8 tournaments a year.
Yeah, at 3 rounds of tournament too. It's
Yeah,
they're not getting the practice, but damn, do they have the money?
they do have the money, and they got the free time too.
Yeah,
They can do whatever they want.
yeah. I mean, they're Bryson. I don't. Well, Bryson's got all this free time, but no girlfriend. I think that's. I think he's so. I
Hey,
think he's married to the game, and I honestly respect
he
that.
is. He's married to hitting 50-yard wedge shots over his house.
Into yeah, with the potential of $50,000 pieces of glass being completely shattered.
That's fine. He doesn't care.
Honestly, this is my marketing brain going. I think he should have bladed one into the glass on purpose, just for the views.
Reviews, yeah, reviews,
He could have eclipsed 10 million on that video,
100%.
and ad revenue he would have paid for it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, everybody likes to see some carnage every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. What else we got on here?
Speaking of Bryson, on hole 13, par 3, he's up there, and I don't know if he's still using those irons with like the curved face,
Probably.
but anyway, he's hitting. I don't know what club it was, but he's got an iron in hand, and par 3, and he hits his shot, and the tracer is going like straight at the flag, and then just dives left. And I was like, what the hell? And I look in the ball flight, and it shows the shot from behind the green, and you see the gallery on the right side of the TV. And Bryson's ball just comes in and like right into the gallery.
Right into the
And I was like, oh my gosh, he just killed somebody.
Yeah, that's
Dude, that ball was coming in hot.
small
And
gallery, but
they pan back to Bryson, and he's looking at his club, and he turns to his caddy, and he goes, what just happened? You just took somebody's head off. That's what just happened.
those
You just
irons
tried
meant
to
be below
end
50
somebody's
degrees.
life. Good Lord. He's over there like, how did I do that? Why don't you go say sorry to the guy you almost decapitated?
Give him that club if it sucks that bad.
Good Lord.
What hole was it an alt shot where Rory had a hook wedge he had to hit over the tree and it landed at the feet of some
remember
lady.
which hole it was.
But I want to
remember
point that
seeing
shot out.
that.
That shot was sick.
Yeah, no, that was sweet. But where was the one was it 12? The first alt shot hole where Scotty, or no, not 12. 12 might have been the first singles hole. I don't know. But Scotty hit the tee ball and just pushed it right into the bunker. And Rory hits the bunker shot, and it goes up, and it lands on the fringe and trickles down right next to the hole.
Oh,
It was sweet. And
missed that one.
Rory comes out of the bunker, and he goes, I was just trying to get good contact on it. And I'm like, yeah, well, you hit it to a
Whatever.
foot. So
Whatever, dude.
Congratulations.
When I try to get contact, it's the hosel, and then it's gone. I can't think that much into it.
Speaking of hosel, shout out to my Instagram reel I posted of an old video of me,
Oh yeah,
the range.
I'm excited to
Absolutely.
post some of those vintage TikToks
Oh
on
yeah,
the reels.
absolute hosel rocket on the range, but it's freaking sweet beaver pelt.
Ball flights on some of those are disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
I think you got anything
Is
else?
that?
Oh, I had one
Trying to
thing.
look.
Is Brooks
What's
still
up?
playing M2 Woods?
I don't know. I know he, for the longest time, he had the 3-wood in,
I think he
and
still
then
does.
when he signed the Strixon deal, I think he put a Strixon one in the bag, but immediately took it back out.
Yeah, you can't. 3-wood's that club that when you find a good one, you gotta hold on to it. But I think he hit one off the tee.
Tell my RBZ 3-wood that's behind me over here.
Love that thing. I wish I still had mine. It was the wrong shaft.
Yeah.
But the thing is sick. But
Yeah, mine's got the TaylorMade branded Tour AD shaft in it.
Oh, it's so good. But he teed it up, and I saw the black half of the club with the white top line.
I bet he
was like,
still is. I mean, why would
that's
you
an
change
M2.
it?
Those clubs.
I know for a while he was playing the Nike 3-iron too.
Is that the same one that Tony's got?
The Vaporfly, yeah.
Yeah.
The black head with the blue swoosh.
So yeah, I think Tony's was the one before.
We may have to do a podcast on Nike clubs. I used to have some Nike clubs, Nike driver,
That's what
Nike
I.
irons.
We need to
At one point,
steal Yoder's red driver.
that's my red driver.
Oh, that was yours.
That
You
was
need to take
mine.
that back.
Dude, that thing is beat to shit.
It's got.
Cody's used it.
Oh
Yoder's used it.
God.
It's got 4 dents in it.
If
It's
Cody's used it, it's
still
probably been shotgunned out of.
probably. If there's a way to drink out of a golf club, I'm sure Cody could figure it
He
out.
figured it out. Cody's not a big golfer. He's not a golfer, but he went on the golf bachelor trip, and Matthew brought him this 5-gallon bucket of just dinky balls you find in the woods.
Free yard sale balls, man.
Yeah, but he was playing in a different group than us, and I think we were like 6 holes in on the first round of the trip, and they like drive up behind us on the tee box, and he's like, "Dude, I've played with the same ball for the last 3 or 4 holes." And I was like, "No way! Like you literally, I watched your first tee shot, and that was atrocious." And I was like, "Let me see what ball you're playing with." So he like tosses up under the tee box. This ball is crusty. I mean, if you just hit it into the mud, like it's gone. Like you wouldn't be able to see it. It was so dirty. But I'm like looking at this ball, and I'm like, what's wrong with the shape? And it's like, if this is a ball, it's got like this
lumpy.
knob. It's got this lump in it. And he was, I don't know what was wrong with it, but he had been playing with it for 3 holes. And the fact that he was hitting it and not losing it was astounding.
Dude, I think my sister got all those golf balls literally sitting in a 5-gallon bucket from some dude who lived on a golf course at a yard sale.
Yeah,
And
waterlogged
they,
like no
they
business.
yeah, they're all like waterlogged baladas that have rubber bands in them. And I'm like, Cody, don't buy any golf balls. I got some for
got
you,
you,
big
buddy.
guy.
For at least 1 round, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have plenty. No, there's shit. There's probably 200 golf balls in there.
Oh god. Oh man. Well, I don't think they're. What hole are we on here? We're on 16.
16. I got Rory 1 up. Brooks. Is this Brooks? Yeah, Brooks
Yeah.
putting for birdie to extend.
I'm ahead of
Live
you.
updates here.
I'm a little bit ahead of you. He misses it low.
He missed it low. Yep, just saw that.
So I think Rory has this for par. Assuming he makes it, Brooks is going to have to make the comebacker if he didn't give it to him. I didn't see how far his second
I
putt
think
would
he
have
gave it
been.
to him. It didn't
Did
look
he?
too far. Is Scotty done? Did he already knock off Bryson?
He was up 1, and Bryson had hit it in the trees. So I'm assuming that put him up 2, which would, I believe they'd be
Well,
dormant at
if
the moment.
if Scotty wins, then they get 3 points. It's over anyway.
Right? Yeah, they have no chance.
So whoever wins is the winner of the match technically.
Yeah.
Rory's putting missed.
Yep. Also missed it low.
Ooh,
Oh, I think it's over.
brutal.
Looks like it's over. The classic handshake, and then you both pat each other on the right shoulder, is the only way to end a golf round with someone you're not close
I
with.
agree. Yeah. Shake. Good job.
Good job, buddy. So
Yeah.
looks like Scotty and Rory close it out. They go 3-2 in the best ball, 2-1 in
Yeah.
alt shot, and looks like Scotty put away Bryson on 16.
Absolutely.
And Rory was
PGA
winning
is-
too.
Yeah. PGA absolutely waxed the live guys.
Yeah, I don't think Bryson could. I think if you put Bryson and Brooks out on just like a random tournament throughout the year, I think they'd be fine, but
Yeah.
they did not look major championship ready right there.
We got a text from your dad a few minutes ago. It just says Brooks K is so boring.
That is all
That's
it says.
literally all it says. That's
and,
it.
And the text above it is an article he sent of tsunami warning on Oregon coast
Yeah.
from
I
a
mean,
couple weeks ago. But
shouting out band in there. But yeah, Jeff, big live hater. So
I think Jeff has gone every episode with a shout out so far.
of course. Any chance Jeff gets to trash talk the live guys, he's gonna take it.
100%. He's so classic and nostalgic of the PGA. I think Liv took a part of his soul, and it hasn't come back.
That's solid. That's
Matthew,
so
every
funny.
time there's something mentioned in our band and group chat about Liv, Matthew's the first one to kind of poke the
I like to
bear.
I like to chirp him.
It's pretty funny. I think we could make a whole like montage of Matthew
I
just
think
chirping my dad about Live
I
Golf.
can't remember if it was me or Carter when they said Saban was retiring. I was like, he's going to live. Because Jeff's an Alabama
Oh
fan
my
too, so I
god.
had to I had to get it in there, man.
I think I was sitting in the room with him when that text came through and you told me you were going to say it. And I was like peeking up at him and he just goes, "What the fuck?" Like he just like is over it. It's so good.
No, anytime anything in the golf world happens, like when Scotty was in jail before the PGA,
Valhalla.
I was like, oh yeah, he's in the jail cell signing his live contract right
It's the
now.
only, he's getting bailed out by the Saudis.
His live team name's gonna be the Jailbirds.
It's honestly not bad.
No,
Except
it's pretty good.
I think Odyssey would have something to say about that. But
Yeah, it would. They could be the sponsor.
yeah, I mean they got good already. So what more do they really need?
Oh God, we don't even need to get started on good hater over here.
Did you we hadn't talked about this I don't think, but did you see the PGA, what they call it, social media committee or some sort of
No clue.
influencer committee that the PGA has put together?
Oh,
So I think it's Roger Steele, I think Paige Sporanic, sorry, Bob Does Sports. This is all off the top of my head.
Bobby,
I know. I don't know.
Bobby Fairways.
You Brian Bros.
It's got to be good. It's got to be in
I
there.
think Good is in there, and then No Laying Up, of course.
Okay, yeah, our guys.
The Trojan horse to all PGA changes, I'd say. But yeah, so the social media influencer committee. I heard Neil mention something about it the other day that like they made this whole deal about like here we are, we're putting the social media guys together, we're gonna do some stuff, and Neil was like they just asked us like a couple questions and then that was it. It was like
This was stupid.
this
I
is all for
don't know.
show. Like they drive for show and there's no money behind it. It was all for free. So PGA is it's gonna be interesting to see first off how long we can keep this podcast going, and then also to see what kind of changes we get in the next 10 years
Yeah,
that we can talk about.
we'll be podcasting in 10 years.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Fine, we'll just be talking to each other every week. Who
I
cares if anybody listens to it?
I got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
Maybe
every week we give something different.
we'll live close enough at one point we can have a whole podcast
Studio,
studio.
studio, man. Simulator in there. Oh, don't get me started.
We'll get Jay full time and we'll just pay her to do
That's
everything.
fine. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just talk.
We should let her do everything now because she's so much better.
Well,
We'd blow up a little.
we don't have the ability to fund Jay.
She also does it all
We
day
just
already, so I doubt that's
Yeah.
what she wants to come home and do. But
Yeah, maybe one day.
yeah, we'll get up there. We're working,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
well, cool, man. I got nothing else for you.
yeah. I think that's it.
Wrapped it down
Definitely.
with the show perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. Safe travels for you. I know you, like you said, you got some traveling coming up. Try not to stay. Try not to freeze your ass off.
Yeah,
Basically,
pray for my warmth. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a chilly one.
you need to go ask Bryson if he can borrow his Reebok jacket.
I might need two of them. Ask
Yeah,
them if
you might need.
are their pants included because they're a must. So we'll reach out.
You-
We'll
we
reach
mu-
out to Reebok and see what kind of gear.
Yeah, I
we
was
can
about
get.
to say maybe we can sign a deal with Reebok.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. We'll I don't know when we'll get to record next, but 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
First 4 episodes are coming out. I'm hoping we can get them on Apple before then. I'm trying to figure that out right now, but they'll definitely
Okay.
be on YouTube and on Spotify. So if you guys listen there or are able to listen there, feel free to check these out. We'll get a teaser up tomorrow. Let everybody know that we're dropping. We're coming in hot.
Yeah,
So
exciting.
this is episode 6. this will come out. I think we're gonna go bi-weekly just to give ourselves some breathing room.
Especially kind of in the off season, especially when like when the majors come around and everything like that, we may get a couple extra in there. But right now, there's not a ton going on.
Yeah, the Showdown was literally the only golf happening in the next
Yeah,
month and a half.
and neither one of us have played, and it's gonna be way too cold for you to play.
Yeah,
So maybe if you get up to Atlanta after your Minnesota trip, then we can get some golf in.
Yeah, we'll play around and we can talk about it and get a course report in there and maybe some other topics we can think of. So,
all right, sounds good.
Cool, man. Well, I'll talk to you later, and thank you guys for watching the Golf Collective episode 6, and we'll see you in the next one.